Of Welch, deep in the mountains of southern West Virginia, has been hammered by historic flooding over the years, and they did not escape the latest round. Not at all. The downtown area in particular was one of the hardest hit in McDowell County.
First thing you notice is that unmistakable smell of river mud. If you've lived through a flood, you'll never forget that smell. The bowels of the Tug Fork spilled out all over the streets and deep inside the buildings along McDowell Street in Welch, West Virginia.
There's about 4 foot of water in here from the river.
The scale of devastation here in downtown Welch is even hard to put into words. All you have to do is look at the pictures right here on the downtown streets. When you step across from this area right here and you go to what we are told is the only fitness center perhaps in the entire county, and you look through the windows of the Council of the Southern Mountains Fitness Center and you see how high up the water got. It's up over our heads inside, and now they are left to clean up the devastation of an entire building destroyed. And that story is told one after another, up and down this street.
It washed all the way through our house. The watermark is 5 inches from the ceiling.
Now you'd think a business like this that had maybe just a little bit of water inside this door would be open for business and be thankful that they were spared the flood. But this restaurant, Latin Appalachian, stopped operating as a business the day after the flood and immediately started cooking and doing whatever they could for everybody from first responders to victims of the flood.
There'll be two of these trays.
Oh, that's actually perfect because...
And then
you were a restaurant serving customers.
Yes.
And since the flood, it almost feels like maybe you're serving a higher purpose.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we woke up, came in here, and we found that the restaurant wasn't flooded, even despite the water outside. We did get 10 feet of water in the basement, lost water here, things like that. But listen, we can do it. Even if it means cooking outside, we'll cook outside if we got to.
Yeah.
Because power was out, heat's out. We turned the heat on and said, listen, we'll warm you up, get you something hot to eat, and come on in and we'll take care of you as best we can. And just kept going. So we're trying to get our hands on a 6-burner commercial electric stove. Even if we could borrow it, we could produce enough. I mean, thus far the front burner broke, the back leg broke on it, so it tops when we do it. The oven blew out, so it doesn't work no more. So we just hit the breaker, so we're just making it work. We're doing what we got to do just to make sure we get fed. So
how long can you keep it going?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Logistically.
Realistically, we really feel we don't have an answer, but we do know, like, we really feel strongly that God said just to make sure that if as long as it takes, even if it means for the last person to be back in their home and the last business to reopen, I don't in good conscience can take profit in this restaurant until our community is restored fully.
How long it will take to clean up, disinfect, and rebuild the Riverfront Park and all the other places ravaged by the river is anyone's guess, as people in what was historically known as Coal Town, USA, tried to decide what's even worth saving after this historic flood.
Mr. Diaz and his wife, who opened Latin Appalachian Restaurant 3 years ago, said they haven't once, not even once, asked for donations, but the donations of food and water and money are just pouring in. Now, if they could just get that commercial oven.